Oh, hello students. Today we shall talk about a new chapter, that is standard 12, that is the second chapter, that is the sexual reproduction in the plants. Now when we are talking about the sexual reproduction in the plants children, we often have come across the terms, and we also have learned about the various sexual reproduction in the parts of the plant in the 11th standard. Let us revise that topic children. Now the reproductive part of the plant is known as the flower. A flower is nothing but the modified stem. Now the four parts of the flower we can say. It is the calyx, corolla, androecium, and the gynoecium. Now the calyx, corolla, androecium, gynoecium. All of this, today we shall talk about the reproductive parts of the plant in this module children. The calyx and the corolla are known as the accessory whorls children, whereas the androecium and the gynoecium, they are known as the essential whorls. Now androecium is the male reproductive part. Male reproductive part, which is called staminate, whereas the gynoecium is the female reproductive part, which is called crystallate. Now as we all know, these are the four whorls. Now let us talk about the structure of these four whorls, and later on we shall talk about the structure of the staminate, that is the stamen. Okay. Now talking about the structure of flower, we can say now this is the base of the flower, known as the thalamus or the receptacle. Now to this thalamus or the receptacle, there lies, we can say, a point-like structure comes down, that is the gynoecium. That is the stigma, style, and of course we can say in the later part, that is the watchman, that is the ovary. Now on the lateral side of the thalamus, there is a leaf-like structure. It is known as the, we can say, sepals. Now sepals unite to form the calyx, and petals unite to form the corolla, that we already studied. Now coming on, that is the male reproductive part, that is the anther and the filament, that is the stamen. So this is the anther and this is the filament. Now covering to this anther, they are nothing but the we can say petals. They are the bright color structures which helps in attracting the insect for pollination. That is the honeybees, butterflies and all the other animals. Now, So petals unite to form the what children? Corolla. And the sepals unite to form the children what? That is the calyx. So I hope you are clear about the structure of the flower, typical flower we can say. Now let us talk about and concentrate on the structure of the, we can say, the male reproductive part, that is known as the stamen. Okay. That is structure of stamen. Now, the structure of stamen that we already studied, that is this part. So this is the anther. This is the filament. Now this is the base, that is known as the thalamus, or we can say what is attached to the saccule. Now the part of the filament that lies on the thalamus is known as the proximal part, or the proximal end, whereas the part which lies to the anther, it is known as the distal end. Now, based on the type of the anthers, now you can see there are two anthers we can say. They are being classified as two types: monothecous and the dithecous. Mono meaning single, di meaning two. Thecous, thecous meaning lobe, that is theca. So this is, we can say, monothecous, and this is, we can say, dithecous. Okay. Now, when the dithecous anther, the line between which is present in the center, it is known as the, or it is nothing but the connective tissue. Is what here? The connective tissue. Now, also based on the position of the filament, it has been classified into four types. The first one, that is this part, starting from the base, is known as the basified. The next one, that is the from the dorsal, that is the dorsified. Let me draw clear so that you can. There is this part. The third one, that is known as the adenate. Now, adenate meaning